China is the world's largest developing country. It's a leader in terms of advocating for South-South cooperation. It's a leader in terms of sharing its own development experiences with other developing countries. And it's a champion to make sure that funding for development is available. It's very important that the North, that the OECD countries, the wealthy countries of the North, continue to invest in development. And it's also equally important that countries of the South help each other. And China is very much leading and advocating for that. And we've seen the very impressive commitments by China to various development funds, but not only for development, also from humanitarian and peacekeeping, and very importantly for environmental sustainability. So I see that China is a leader, and I know that during this General Assembly China will show its leadership. Last year, 2015, was a landmark year in terms of the global development agenda and the nations of the world coming together to agree on a very ambitious agenda in terms of future development. We had the SDG summit in New York. We had the Financing for Development meeting in Addis Ababa. We had the agreement in Paris on climate change. And we also had meetings about disaster risk reduction in Sendai. So bringing all of these together, we have now a global agenda signed up for by all member states, which will really help the world to become a better place by 2030 in terms of sustainable development, in terms of greater opportunities for all, and to make sure no one gets left behind in terms of development. The importance is that this is a agenda agreed by all the nation states in the world. It's also important because it brings together issues of social sustainability and issues of environmental sustainability, all into one program of action for the world. It's very important that countries do work together to achieve the very ambitious goals and targets between now and 2030. China has shown already its leadership in this global development agenda by ratifying the Paris agreements on climate change, by advocating for financing for development, and committing funds for South-South cooperation. So China is very much a leader in implementing the 2030 agenda.